Hey, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be looking at 10 must-have accessories for your flight simulator, okay? So anything that you guys can build at home is probably fine, but we're going to add in some must-have accessories to make your experience a little bit better. You do not need any of this stuff, but trust me, once I show you what these things are, you're going to be like, dude, I have to have this. Don't worry, I'll leave the links for the things that I talk about down in the description, so go check that out, and you guys can see all this stuff. No, they're not all affiliate links, but some of them might be. Okay, so let's jump right in and check out these 10 very awesome must-have accessories. So let's start out with the Tobii Eye Tracker 5. So you guys can go over to gaming.tobii.com. I'll leave a link again down in the description. And this is something you guys are going to want to take a look at if you guys are just looking for something to make your life a little bit easier as your head and your eyes track around. It'll actually move the screen around. You guys can use this in many different games. This will work in Microsoft Flight Simulator. This will work in X-Plane 11, X-Plane 12. I think I also saw that this works in DCS as well. So lots of great things going on here. All right, the RAM mounts. Number 2. So you want to mount your iPad to your panel or whatever it is that you have nearby, just like you would in the real aircraft, so that you can track where you're at. You've got ForeFlight Mobile on there. Maybe you just want to have a phone call, whatever the case may be. You're going to want to set that up probably with a RAM mount like this. So you're going to mount this ball to the actual panel, and then you're going to have alternative secondary devices like this here, which is another RAM mount. It's just like an arm. You can get it in a small, kind of a medium size here. And then on the other end, you're going to have another mount which would connect to your iPad. That way you can quickly and easily put your iPad mini or your iPad Pro, whatever it is that you have, you can mount that and be able to have your iPad right there showing you where you're at. And it works seamlessly / wirelessly with X-Plane 11 or Microsoft Flight Simulator to actually track your position right where you're at inside the flight simulator. It's one of the coolest things that I love. Keep in mind, if you have ForeFlight Mobile, you actually have to be paying for that in order for this to work. So if you don't want to pay for ForeFlight, you might want to find a different alternative. If you know of one, please let me know. Leave a comment down in the comments area. Just let me know, what are you using to track your position? All right, the elusive pause button. I got mine. This is actually on my flight simulator back here, and we picked this up through Aviation Training Foundation. This one is on eBay. So last time I looked, Aviation Training Foundation does not have this on their website anymore. So if you happen to find it on their website, let me know. I've also got a video on how to connect that, how to set that up. I'll leave a link up here or wherever the link shows up here in the top corner of the screen. All right, so we also have a GPS. If this is not something, it's not normal to have a GPS in a flight simulator, but in 2024, trust me, it's normal. When I started flying, having a GPS was a luxury. That was a while ago. Now it's like, that's what you do. If you don't have a GPS, it's like, what are you doing? Why don't you have a GPS? So head on over to Real Sim Gear, find yourself something either simple or complex. Maybe probably G1000 suite is going to be your entire avionics suite. I'm talking about things like a GNS 530, a 430, or a GTN 750, or a GTN 650. Do you need all of those? No. Do you need the combo of a 530, 430? I do. Do I need that? No. Half the time I'm only using the 530. But if you want to have secondary navigation or you want to have secondary radio set, you will want a second set as well. So you might want the 530, 430, or you might want the 750, 650 combo, okay? Okay, something else that I've kind of recently found and I really thought was pretty cool, and that is the Solo GA, the headset adapter. And you can basically you take a headset that you would use, whether it's a set of David Clark's, or maybe you've got a Sennheiser set, or whatever it is that you have. So you would actually take that, connect it to this, and then it turns it into a USB signal, and you can plug that into your device or your PC. That way you can use it with PilotEdge, or you can use it with VATSIM, just like you're flying in the real cockpit using the same headset. And it's actually pretty cool. It's very minimal. All right, let's look at this one, the powered USB port. All right, so this is an essential. I don't know why I put this in here. Like, 10 must-have accessories. This one's definitely a must-have. If you're flying with any amount of accessories, things that we're going to be adding in here, the things that we're talking about here in this video, guess how all of it connects to your flight sim? Almost every single piece is USB. So some of this is going to take a little more power than others. So it's just safe to have a powered USB port. Have 2 or 3 of these in case one of them breaks or decides that it doesn't want to work. So the next piece is it's this little headphone stand hanger holder thing that you would actually just mount it to your desk here. And it's very simplistic, very lightweight, and it folds up and you can put your headset on there. So this works with the headset adapter thing that we were talking about. It's also does not need to be plugged in using any type of electricity or USB. It's durable. It looks cool on the side of the desk, and it keeps you organized. So you can just kind of hang your headset right over the side of that when you're done, and it keeps things out of the way, and it looks good. So, all right, let's look at the next one. That is the Air Manager or Sim Innovations Knobster. So if you have Air Manager, using that for any type of gauges or anything that you have set up for a custom simulated cockpit environment, I guess you could say, you'll probably want the Knobster and a touch screen deal job for your monitor. That way, when you touch something on there and you're interacting with your gauges, with your avionics, it'll actually activate the Knobster, and then you can go into the Knobster and use this dual encoder to actually kind of move the device around. It's just a dual encoder. So the outside dial, the inside dial will both twist, and then it's also push in the middle as a button. So a lot going on with this. So there it is, push button, inner knob, and an outer knob. Again, that's USB, so you will need to mount that somewhere and then plug it into your one of those USB powered devices that we referred to earlier. So the next thing is communication. Once you have a well-rounded PC setup, you have a good flight simulator going, you're really going to want to probably simulate like you're actually out there flying in real life. And the best way that I can think of to do that is by talking to other people and putting yourself on a server like PilotEdge or VATSIM. If you happen to be pretty good at VATSIM and getting that set up, let me know. Leave me a comment. Maybe we can link up and make a video about how to set up VATSIM. I've played around with it. I gave up. I was like, this is a pain in my neck. I'm not even going to continue working with this. But PilotEdge is pretty easy. It's just a plug-in. And you can hook that right up and start talking to people at the airports, at the control centers, at the towers, the ground controls. And you can fly around pretty much anywhere on the western side of the United States and act like you're out there in the airspace system. You can get flight following. You can do instrument approaches. You can fly around, talk to other pilots on a CTAF frequency. It's really cool. So if you guys have stuck around this long, I've got a bonus must-have for you for this year anyway, and that is VR. Okay, we're going to talk about the MetaQuest 3, which if you're going to get involved with VR, this is something that I hope to do in 2024 as we continue moving forward, and hope to start getting some things like this set up so you can so I could start flying around in VR and hopefully be able to make some videos and just kind of have a new experience and some things that we could talk about getting this set up. So there's the MetaQuest 3, which apparently is pretty new, coming in at $499. I've actually got a MetaQuest 2. I might be able to get some VR done with that, but I haven't looked that much into it. Also is the MetaQuest Pro, which is a little bit more. But I do think that one was up at like $1,500, so they must have brought that one down in price. So it's right around $1,000. I think this one's probably from the tech specs. You're probably going to have a better time getting all the graphics and getting what you want. You want to be able to dial that in with the focal length and the eyes and everything. If you wear glasses like I do, you're going to want that ability in your headset. You want to be able to fine tune just everything that you're going to do. Get the software, get the graphics out of it so it actually looks good as you're kind of looking around, doing your flying, making your patterns and whatnot, right? So just keep that in mind. And one more bonus, the Apple Vision Pro. This isn't even out yet. At this time, you cannot even pre-order it. I think the pre-orders are coming up here pretty soon. I thought I saw that in here at some point. I think it's coming up in January here, though. So I'm not saying that this is going to be perfect or even work with flight simming, but I can't wait to see if it will and how it works. I would love to get this as an Apple guy, as a Mac guy. I've got a lot of Apple stuff here, and I'm really looking forward to what this thing has in store for flight simmers and mixed reality and just that whole augmented reality scene and what could happen with this. So again, you don't need any of this stuff to make your simulator work, but boy, this stuff would really put things in overdrive, I have a feeling, and I think that this would be really fun. So if you guys enjoy what you're seeing here, and you really like these extra accessories, hit that like and subscribe button. I hope to see you guys in another video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what your must-have accessory is, and I would love to see that. Leave me a link if you want, and I'll go take a look at that. Okay? Have fun. Take care. Happy simming, and I'll see you guys in another video.